One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. We out here still with another great day, another video, shooting back to back videos. Just enjoying this day. It's a fall day, and we look behind me. Once again, you see the leaves turning colors and all that stuff. Still warm out here, 70 degrees, good weather. But it is fall, believe it or not. Now, some places where you may be, it may not feel like this. It may be a lot colder, or it may be a lot warmer, just depending upon where you are. But where I am, this is how it is. And I know it seems like I'm out in the middle of the woods somewhere, but I'm not. This is just the background scenery you see right here, but I'm really not out in the woods like you might think. So this request right here is from me. It's my own personal request. And if you have any requests of videos or topics that you would like to cover, be sure to comment them down below and I'll make sure I get to it. But also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video so more people can see the video. And we can continue to push this thing on and maybe we can help somebody do better and see things better and see things in a different way, in a way they can change their mind and change their life. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and get into it. What I want to tell y'all about right now is this. Entrepreneurship can break the cycle of poverty. You know, it really can. And I don't think enough emphasis is put on entrepreneurship. And, you know, I hear all the stories about people saying, well, entrepreneurship is not for me. It's not for everybody. Somebody got to work a job. No, they don't. Everybody don't have to work a job. Everybody don't have to say that. See, people can be entrepreneurs. And if you got a good job and your job is doing well, everything's going the way you want it, fine. You don't have to do it. But people that's in poverty, if you're living in poverty or you know somebody in poverty, they really need to be thinking about entrepreneurship. I mean, I'm talking about for real. This is not a joke. I know a lot about entrepreneurship. I understand how it can change your life real quick. And it's not this idea that people have that is some type of unattainable goal. You don't have to be concerned about making millions. It don't have to make you a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's not about pushing to be a millionaire. It's not about being a Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. It ain't about that. Or any of these millionaires out here. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something more practical. It's not realistic that you're gonna have a $1 billion company like Amazon or Facebook or any of these apps that we all use, like this app, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. That's not the way to look at entrepreneurship. When you're in poverty, the way you need to be looking at it is a way to get above the poverty line. It ain't about becoming rich. It's about changing your lifestyle and making your life more realistic and comfortable. You can become an entrepreneur and you don't have to, if you're making $30,000 a year right now, you can become an entrepreneur and make $60,000 a year just being an entrepreneur. See, that's life changing. $30,000 extra is life changing money. I don't care how you turn it, it's life changing money. Stop worrying about the flash and all of that. Just worry about consistently creating your own job. If it turns into $1 million company, then great. But the goal is to get out of poverty, to come out of the situation that you're in. That is the goal. So, you know, today I want to talk to you about one of the most powerful tools that we have to fight poverty, and that's entrepreneurship. It's not luck. It's not government programs alone, not waiting on someone else to rescue us. But entrepreneurship, the ability to create, build, innovate, and turn ideas into opportunity. That's what this is all about. Because poverty is not just a lack of money, it's often a lack of ownership, a lack of access, a lack of options, and a lack of opportunity. And that is exactly where entrepreneurship comes in, right? So, what entrepreneurship does is it creates opportunity where none exist. Like poverty often limits your choices, but entrepreneurship creates choices. When someone starts a business, even a small one, they're saying, I won't wait for opportunity. I will create opportunity. See, this is the thing I be trying to tell people. You don't need permission or somebody give you the okay to become an entrepreneur, it will change your life. When you look around and say, well, they don't have no opportunities. These people won't give me a job. You know, we love saying that, what somebody won't do for us and won't give us. But yet we have not went out there to create our own. You don't need nobody to give you permission to start a business. You can start one whenever you want. You can become an entrepreneur whenever you want. I think the problem is people don't, there's not enough talk about this. And people think it's not for them or that they can't do it. But it's the only way you're going to get out of poverty. There ain't enough government handouts that they can give you. There ain't enough EBT and SNAP that they can give you to get you out of poverty. There's no such thing. Every barber, every food truck owner, every mechanic, every caterer, every clothing designer, every tutor, every landscaper started with one belief. And that belief is, I can do something valuable. You can do something valuable. You can. Everybody can. Everybody that you see doing those things, you can do something valuable. I have a personal story about landscaping where I just talked about being a landscaper. Landscaping changed my life. I'm not joking. But that's another video. That belief alone, the belief that I can do something valuable, that belief alone dismantles poverty's strongest weapon, which is hopelessness. See, poverty, people in poverty sometimes are hopeless. They don't believe that there's a way out because they can't see it. You know, they can't see there's a way out. They don't know a way out. To them, all they thinking about is handouts. It's a lot they got to do with what's going on up here. Nobody's going to those people and telling them this. Nobody's showing them the way. People have the information and they hold on to it. They don't share the information, and that's why they don't know it, or they just don't believe it's no way out. But it is a way out. Entrepreneurship builds generational wealth if that's what you're looking for. A job pays you once. A business can pay you and your children for generations. Now you can get a job and the job can pay you until you're not working there no more. But that's not how entrepreneurship works. Entrepreneurship will continue to pay you and your children and your grandchildren. It will continue going on as long as they want. So you say, well, why would I start that when if I pass it on, they may sell it. Well, if you raise them up in it, like there used to be a thing called family businesses, where everybody started a business and the whole family worked together to run that business. If you start a business and you teach the children from the time they was born, before they can even understand what life is and what's going on, you get them in the business. When they grow up, this all they're gonna be doing is the business. They ain't gonna know nothing else because what you taught them and what you programmed them to do was operate that business. They're gonna develop a love for it. They're gonna understand what it takes. It's gonna be bigger than just a job, and they're gonna want to keep it going. You show them the importance of why they got to keep it going, because this is what's feeding them. This is what's gonna continue to feed. That's what Walmart did. The guy who started Walmart, he started it as just a little warehouse, and now look at it. Now look at what he has now. This wasn't nothing. This was he was still alive in the '90s when Walmart was just starting to. When Walmart was big, he started small, and he grew it to this. Now look at it. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. When a community owns businesses, it owns the jobs, the buildings, the land, the decisions, the future. See, when I made that other video talking about opening up in our community, a community in a neighborhood is two different things. See, when I say opening up in our community, what I mean is they open up things that we go and purchase, the things that we buy. They might open up down the street from the neighborhood. That's true too, but that's the community as well. But I'm not saying they're opening up right inside the hood. I'm saying they right close by, selling us things that they know we're gonna purchase. That should be us doing that. We should have already had that spot. You can't pass down your job, but you can pass down a business, a skill, an asset, a brand, a legacy. Those things can be passed down to your children. We always complaining about who ain't gonna give us a job, who ain't gonna do this for us, who ain't gonna do that for us. Well, if we create our own, we don't have to worry about that. We can hire the people that we want to hire. We can pass it down to our kids. When your job get tired of you, they're gonna let you go. They'll let you go to save that business before they try to save you. But if you got your own thing, you built your own thing up, can nobody take that away from you? Nobody will take it away from you. You can pass it on to your kids. Generational wealth doesn't start with millions. It starts with ownership, even on the smallest level. So we get so caught up with, I hear people saying, well, I need to get this loan and I can, no, you don't. You don't need no money, that type of money to start no business. You don't. If you do, you don't, you're doing the wrong business. If you think you need a business loan, I show you how to get a business started without a business loan. You don't need all of that. You start at the lowest level possible, doing the things that's free and cost you the less money as possible and build your way up. Going to get a business loan to start a business is a guaranteed way to be out of business before you even get started. Take my word for that. I can teach these things to you. Entrepreneurship creates jobs. See, that's what I used to do. I was hiring people. I was hiring black people. I was hiring all people. But I was hiring everybody. But my point is, I could hire whoever I wanted. I was creating jobs. Every single business, whether it's Amazon or a corner store, started with one person who had an idea. That's you. Small businesses create over 60% of new jobs in the United States. Small businesses, which is 500,000 employees or less, creates 60% of the jobs in this country. The more business startups, the more jobs we can create for people. That's how this works. This means entrepreneurship doesn't just lift the owner out of poverty, but it lifts the entire community. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to get into this entrepreneurship thing. And I can show you how to do it. One person's vision can feed 10 families. One store can receive a whole neighborhood. One entrepreneur can become an economic engine. Think about that. And that's just one person. Ooh, that's you. Entrepreneurship builds skills that poverty cannot destroy. When someone becomes an entrepreneur, they learn skills that no one can take away. Problem solving, communication, budgeting, leadership, marketing, discipline, resilience. Those skills make people employable, promotable, valuable, and powerful. That's what those things do. Entrepreneurship turns people from consumers to producers. That's a big deal. We love to spend, but we don't produce. But once you start producing, spending won't ever be a problem. From employees to owners, from dependents to independents. Well, you depending on these government handouts and EBT and all that, and when they want to stop it and shut it off, you crying on the internet, begging for people to give you money, begging for these things. You don't have to worry about that no more because you're a producer. You produce and you own. You go from dependence to independence. You won't need that anymore. Entrepreneurship empowers the community. When local people build local businesses, the money stays local. It circulates, it multiplies, it strengthens schools, neighborhoods, and families. You want to better your schools in your neighborhood? Well, everybody, all y'all in that neighborhood need to start creating businesses and understand how all these things work together. They work together. That's a whole nother video and a whole nother topic, but they work together. Entrepreneurship creates pride, safety, stability, opportunity, networks, mentorship, and hope. You want to see a community rise? Show me its entrepreneurs. If you ain't no entrepreneurs in your community, then your community won't rise. That's just the way it works. Poverty is not defeated by excuses. It is defeated by initiative. You can make all the excuses you want to make. It ain't gonna change nothing. You can complain and cry about the government ain't doing this and this person won't give me a job here and blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Poverty is not defeated by excuses. It's defeated by initiative. You must take the initiative to get something done. Excuse me. You must take the initiative. Poverty tells you you can't. You're stuck. Nothing will change. Entrepreneur answers, yes, you can. Build something, change everything. When you start building something, your whole life changes. It slowly starts to change as you build. And before you know it, You'll be wondering, what took me so long? Why did I wait this long to get involved? That's what you're going to be saying. Entrepreneurship gives people control over their income, schedule, skills, growth, and future. It gives, if you want a raise, you just add more service. You don't have to ask nobody for a raise when you're an entrepreneur. All you do is say, I'm gonna add more services. You get more money. It changes things. Schedule. You can make your schedule how you want. Now you must be committed. I'm not saying be lazy. I'm not saying just I'm not gonna be where I say I'm gonna be. If your time of business is opens at 8, you need to be there at 8. But the point I'm making is you can set your schedule how you want, but it need to be the same thing. Don't be doing a flip flop. People don't know what's going on. I'm saying if your business, if you want to set your business to open up at 1 o'clock every day, then that's what it is. If you want to open up at 8 o'clock every day, then that's what it is. But you must keep that. Don't be changing up. Don't be saying we opening at 8. People show up at 8, but you ain't open up till 1. Don't do that. I'm saying you got flexibility over your schedule, but you need to be consistent and do what you say you're gonna do. When people can control their future, that's when they rise. The call to action is this. We need to teach entrepreneurship in schools. That ain't gonna happen, I don't think. But you can, I'm teaching you right now, and hopefully you take this video and teach it, show it to somebody else. Mentor young visionaries. You got all these young people out here with all these visions, all this stuff they're thinking about. They're the people you need to be talking to and mentor. If you ain't got it, they got it. Get them on your side. Get these young people that know how to deal with AI, know how to deal with all these computers. Get with them, put them on your team. Y'all start building. Don't let this pride thing get in the way because you feel like you old, you know everything, or they too young, or you young, and you feel like the old people don't know nothing. Get together and put all this knowledge together and build something. Support small business owners. Create access to capital. Celebrate risk takers. Normalize ownership. Build an ecosystem where dreams are treated as plans. Not everyone must be an entrepreneur, but every community needs entrepreneurs. Everybody don't have to be one, but every community needs them in that community. Because entrepreneurs don't just start a business, they start a movement. When I started my business, all my people around me wanted to start businesses also. It starts a movement. And that is the way that it's going to go. That's how you're going to move. So in conclusion, entrepreneurship is not the only solution to poverty, but it's one of the most powerful, practical, and proven solutions that we have. It teaches us to create instead of wait, to build instead of beg, to own instead of rent, to lead instead of follow. Entrepreneurship is the bridge where we are and where we could be. So I challenge you today, think bigger, start something, support someone, build something that outlives you. There you have it, folks. That's how you take entrepreneurship to lead you out of poverty. It's more details to this, but overall, this is where it starts. This is where it starts overall. That's me to you. And maybe I need to start programs or start some type of online classes to teach you and to show you that you can do this. Because there's too many of us out here that's in poverty and complaining when the answer is right at our fingertips. Y'all take care.